My heart rate was over 150. I was wondering whether I was going to be able to do this. So I decided a couple of years ago, after my lovely pal, my buddy, my friend, Juliet passed away, I decided that I would, at some point in the future, do a fundraising event challenge to raise money for St Anne's Hospice, because she had spent the last month of her life being so fabulously cared for at St Anne's, and they just, not just Juliet, just the whole family and friends. We were all so well looked after and nothing was too much trouble, and she was made as comfortable as she possibly could be. And it's just a really lovely, special place. And I wanted to say thank you and do it in her memory. So I've been waiting for the opportunity to do that, and lots of hospices have been really hard hit in the pandemic. A lot of the usual events that people take part in for fundraising haven't been able to happen whilst we've all been in lockdown. And then St Anne's looking for people to take part in their virtual 10K. And it was a 10K walk. And I was like, I want to do a 10K. I don't want to walk it, I could run it. But then I need to get as much sponsorship money as possible. And so I need to make it a little bit different. And that's probably just me, typical me, just having to complicate matters. So had various crazy ideas about what I could do, tested a few of them out. I have a fabulous friend and personal trainer, Max, who has a selection of tyres, and that's where I got my inspiration from. So he very kindly lent me a tyre that weighs 55 kilos. He did a little training session with me first to make sure I could actually steer and manage the tyre. And then that was it. It was down to me then to start my training. Okay, so day one, the tyre has arrived. All 55 kilograms of it is slightly bigger than I was anticipating, and we have a slight problem. So I'm just going to walk you around here. So this is my car with the Pilates gear in the boot, which I'd planned to take out, and I'm thinking the tyre would go in. There is no way that tyre is going in this boot. Big tyre requires a big car, big boot. Okay, so we've got those two. As you can see on the tyre, it says dig deeper. That's exactly what I'm going to need to do when I'm training over the next few weeks. And we've stumbled on another problem. So the tyre, as I mentioned, 55 kg, I'm 59 kg. Okay, so the struggle is real. I can't get it in the car. Okay, let's try. Okay, I have help now. So I've been training for several months for this. I have to say, it's been a bit of a challenge with work, with family, with everything that goes on in my world. There's a common near where we live, a lovely green open space. So I've done lots and lots of laps there. And then I did some training in the garden here, just lifting up the tyre, trying to carry it to build strength, and then just being able to pick it up, because when you're running with the tyre and it doesn't go where you want it to go, it falls over. And I need to know that I can confidently pick it up several times if I need to. So the training was going really well until I realised how much stronger I am on my right side. So when I'm pushing the tyre with both hands and trying to keep it straight, I naturally push more on the right side. So then the tyre goes to the left, then I have to run around the tyre and try and push it back so we get it back on track. And that has led to a bit of an issue with my right shoulder. think a lot of it's wear and tear. There's been a lot of work, a lot of overuse here. And then I've had a bit of an issue with my neck and just generally movement in this arm. So I've continued to train. Not sure I would recommend that, but needed to train, needed to build my confidence. So the last week or so, I've had to rest to give myself the best chance of being able to do the 10K on the day. So that made me really nervous, wondering about whether I was actually going to be able to manage it. And also I'd only trained up to 6 kilometers and I needed to be able to do nearly double that. So woke up, day of the challenge, alarm went off very early, 5:30, and then went outside and was greeted by gorgeous friends who were there to wish me luck. And then off I set. Managed to get the tyre out the car all on my own.
Okay, this is the first challenge done. Yeah. Okay, well it looks nice and quiet.
And then by 6:15 a.m, I was ready to go.
Okay, we're on, let's go. So, me, Tyre and Juliet, let's go.
So the first mile was brilliant. So we're going downhill tiny bit. You don't really notice it until you're pushing a tyre. So the tyre was rolling quite easily, quite freely. Felt good, my shoulder was feeling okay. We turned at that 1 mile point and then it's 3 miles opposite direction.
So nice to see you.
Wow, well done, Donna.
Now there are hills on the loop, so it's pushing it up the hill. It's control it coming down the hill, and then it's just that continuous kind of push for 3 miles. All was fine. I had to keep stopping, have ice spray on this shoulder. Stopped, had a few drinks, had loads of fabulous people there cheering me on.
How are you doing? Yeah, good. I'm just blowing a bit because it's uphill this way. It doesn't seem it.
It
But
does. It definitely does.
It flew on the way down, didn't it?
But between 6 and 8 kilometres, I have to say, I was wondering whether I was going to be able to do this, whether the shoulder was going to hold out. And if I had the energy. It was really hard. It was really hard work. So my heart rate the whole time was over 150. The highest it went was 175, which for my age is quite high. So I was working really hard. And then when we got to about the 7.5K mark, it was brilliant because I was turning round and I knew it was going to be easier, but also your head just tells you, I'm 3/4 of the way. I gotta do this. I did take some Nurofen partway through, so by this point my shoulder wasn't chatty, and I just thought, let's just go for it. And so we did. We got to 10K and I was nowhere near the finish point, so I actually did 10.8K on the day and finished the challenge carrying the tyre towards my friends for a big finale.
What you do, come on.
Well done, Donna.
It's nothing. I'm going to get stuck. Oh, turn around, do that again, get that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Well done.
Right, she needs this one because this is the charity one.
You did it.
Well done. Thank you so much. Oh, go. Oh. Don't make me cry.
I won't make you cry. Right, put your clean clothes
Thank
on.
you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Lee.
Oh my God, do I smell?
Yeah, you're horrible.
I don't know.
Well done, Ian.
Oh, honestly,
Take your
I'm
filthy
not
gloves
sure I
off.
could have done it. Thank
Well
you.
done. Well done.
I know we all thought that. We don't know if she's going to do that.
I crown you. You crown me. Okay, get it on the right way. Over the head. So are we ready for boot camp? Yes. Okay,
Well done, right, that's
there we
it.
go. And then the boot camp. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Mwah, we have to go.
Do you want to get in your tyre with your t-shirt? Sit in your tyre.
Can I lie in it?
And then we'll go and just leave you.
Right, I am literally. I'm ready. I just need a cup of tea. Hold on. Your wish is my command. Oh, this is. I'm living my best life now.
Do you want peanut butter
Just
as
need
well?
a percent.
It is done. We've raised lots of money and I'm really keen to raise a little bit more if possible. It's not for me, it's for St Anne's Hospice, and every penny counts. Every penny will be really well spent and it will make such a difference to somebody, to some families, to their friends. And yeah, if you can donate and you haven't already, it would be absolutely fabulous. I think I proved that if you dig deep, you can do anything. Would I like to do it again?